What's up, guys? That Really Gross Guy here. We are back for another quick look video for a Tenogen skin. We're going to be taking a look at a Valkyr skin today. Don't mind the color scheme. This was one I randomized previously, and I thought maybe this could potentially look alright on some of the future quick looks, so I have left it. Kind of a Megan kind of design in a little bit, that pastel-y, crazy kind of color scheme. It works for some people, not necessarily everybody, but we're going to jump on in and we are going to be playing around with the Valkyr Mithra skin by Lucanyu today. So I've purchased a couple of Lucanyu skins actually previously, and I am actually looking at some of his more recent work and considering one or two more of those. And yeah, this is one of them. This is one that I think looks pretty decent, just from the default color scheme and all sorts of stuff. We'll take a look at the default colors in just a little bit. But I thought it looked pretty good, and I am, considering it as a future purchase. So, anyways, I figured it would be a good idea to jump in, take a look, maybe inspire you guys to, maybe do a little fashion framing yourself. If you're on the fence about purchasing the skin, maybe I helped you decide if it is for you or not. But we're going to jump in. I'm going to swap some of my fashion frames over to show you what it looks like on this skin. And, maybe that helps. Maybe it just inspires you to play around in the fashion frame yourself, or maybe fashion frame, a bit and take a look at these color schemes all on your own. So, anyways, we're going to go through my few different Valkyrs. Right off the bat, we have this pastel-y one you looked at. I'm not too crazy about the way the colors transfer on this one. I think it looks okay. The pink and blues is just, while it's okay, it's just not enough for me. Maybe it's just the color of the blue. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not too sure about this one. It does definitely darken up the blue when it swaps over, so that's something you kind of have to keep in mind, if that maybe a color or two might darken up or brighten up when you switch color schemes or switch your skins. So yeah, but we're gonna jump on in. Let's start in the A slot and then move over. This is what I imagine Valkyr maybe would have looked like if she burst out of containment, and this might be her original look. I just thought that was kind of a cool design. So I've actually had this Valkyr since the very beginning, since she just released, and I had her in this color scheme ever since then. I've obviously added a thing here or there, like the Cyandanas that came later, and the Neburus, shoulder attachments and stuff, and this stuff, but all in all, she hasn't changed much since I got her. But anyways, let's see what happens when we swap over to Mithra. And I'm not really surprised by this, because this color scheme is, number one, it's dark. Number two, it doesn't transfer well to pretty much any of the other skins either. So this one is just not my taste because of just, like I said, the darkness and the difficulty to see all the actual detail. So we'll jump over B slot. Let's see what happens. This is kind of a similar issue. It does kind of inspire me to maybe work with an orange on a metallic if I were to purchase the skin. Maybe try that out, but and then we'll jump over to D because we've already did the other one. And let's hit up the Mithra. All right, that doesn't look too bad. The crazy kind of metallic color, I'm not too in love with. And the gray on gray, I'm not too in love with really either. So this would be a pass for me. And then I think the E slot, the E slot is a blank slot. We will come back and play around with some random color schemes at the end. But yeah, let's jump over. Let's see what happens. A darker blue. This one might be another case of it being a little too dark and not quite what we're looking for. It is dark, but I don't hate it actually. I could definitely see like a bluish, I don't know, bluish cat, like a night prowler kind of Valkyr build or something like that. I think this looks pretty neat. I don't hate it. I don't know if I would run it, but I could definitely, appreciate it. So not bad. Something purple. Let's get into some more that are a little bit more actively vibrant, and something like this. We got some purples. Purple may not be for everybody, but it does kind of stick to the feminine kind of route of her being a female frame. But we got some silver metallics in there, which are pretty interesting. It kind of does it for me. I don't know. I want to play around with that as well. We may see, like I said, more metallics in the future that are silver and look, that really knock it out of the park with some of these fashion frames. But yeah, I don't know. There's potential there. There's potential there. And this one, all right, let's get into some more brighter color schemes. Well, there is a lot of gray on this one, but this is a good time to maybe point out some of the line works. We do have when you color a certain versus primary and secondaries, we do kind of have this secondary brownish color, which hugs the chest area. We got a little bit of that in the neck. We got little patches across the shoulders, really like highlighting where her muscles would be. A little bit of a muscular, kind of frame, feline frame. But yeah, she lifts. It looks like she lifts on the weekends. Yeah, looking pretty good all around. And yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Let's move into another color scheme. Maybe we can appreciate the skin in a little bit more detail if we get some other color schemes like this one. This one seems to transfer over pretty well most of the time, and sure enough, that one I think also looks really, really good. Yeah, it's a little plainish, but I really like the light, like babyish blue. The pink energy color is pretty interesting as well. Gives that kind of glassy look that Lucanue has with the energy. So I like it. It's also a good time to kind of point out the helmet and the cat ear kind of shape, which I really like. It's like a highlight of the helmet for me. And then these little like whiskers that kind of come off the side of the helmet, which I feel like is another pretty good detail that makes this helmet just top notch. Really gorgeous helmet. So I like it. So color scheme overall pretty nice. I like that one. And jumping over here, this is something a little bit more crazy, a little bit more Halloween-esque. Transferring it over in this skin doesn't quite do it for me. Sometimes swapping, this one over to some of the other skins made it look something like you would dress up for Halloween as, but nah, this one's kind of a miss. The color scheme in general was not really a serious color scheme. It was more of like, let's throw something on for maybe Halloween celebrations. But this one though, let's see what happens with this. I was gonna say, I'm really hoping this one comes across really well because it has on the other skins as well. So, and it does. This green may be a bit too vibrant for some people's taste. You could probably darken that up, so it isn't so vibrant. But I like it. I like the fact that there's lots of gray. It stays true to kind of that original Warframe, like grayish color, very cybernetic, but then just highlighted with this really cool teal. I like quite a bit. So this would probably be in my fashion frame. This as well as the other one. This as well as that one would probably be in my final fashion frames if I were to, in fact, pick up the Mithra skin. So pretty good. A little energy there. I don't know. Maybe I would keep the red. I don't know. Not too sure. But all right, jumping over to another batch. We have my pretty much prime Valkyr. Let's go and see what happens if we stay true to the prime color scheme. Hey, you know what? I like it. I may play around with the blue if I were to get it, but all in all, that doesn't look bad. I'd probably pull the arm attachments off or swap them out, or maybe just change up the yellow in general, just because it's a bit vibrant. It's like there's just a bit too much yellow vibrancy going on up there, but I don't know. And I'd probably pull these leg guards off. These leg guards have slowly started to wear off on me because like in a more negative way. They're just a little bit bulky. There's a lot of really, really awesome armor sets in the game now, so those might come off, but yeah, all in all, pretty good. Let's jump over, go to the B slot. Something a little bit more, I don't want to say plain, but unique. Mithra, we're going Mithra. So, okay, it's not too crazy, not too, I'm not too in love with it, but I don't hate it. Maybe it's just too similar to the other ones we saw, and the blue might be a little bit too vibrant for me, but there's some potential there. You could definitely swap out the blue and play around with that and see if you could come up with something, a bit more unique or maybe even edgy. Turn that red and then keep this other like a dark red in there, and maybe get something that's more edgy if you would like. But anyways, let's drop over, get something once again in that kind of pastel-y kind of avenue where you got the pink and the teal, but the teal's dark and you got your primary is mostly this like whitish color. Let's see what happens if we go Mithra. Ooh, that's really gorgeous. I love this one. This is for sure, if I were to pick up the skin, this for sure would be in my top 3 probably fashion frames. That's gorgeous. I love this a lot. All right. I don't know. I mean, it is a feminine frame, so you kind of wanna dress it up and make it look the part. So felt like that fits really well. Staying in the feminine kind of avenue, we'll stay with the pinks. Yeah, that looks all right. That looks pretty good. Maybe not for me, but I could absolutely see a frame like this running around the relays or Cetus or something like that, and definitely something that you would like stop and take a look and go and appreciate, because it does look good. It does look pretty good. All right. Move on over to the E slot. Oh, purple. Very small changes from one to the other, but the colors are in different spots and it is much darker. So, Leonessa. Oh, hell, you know what? That's one that the previous one maybe didn't quite do it for me, but this one I think does. Probably because the primaries like the black, and then the secondary being the gray, and then that purple just being the metallic. Okay. Yeah, I like it. That is green. I don't hate the fact that that's green. It probably looks better because it's not black and it doesn't match this. So I like that. You may even want to turn the green into a color that kind of highlights the frame a little bit more. Maybe make it another feminine color. Maybe make it blue, so you get that pink, purple, blue kind of pastel-y type look, something like that. So I don't know. I like that though. I like that. I'd maybe even brighten up the black. Maybe it's a little too dark, but yeah, I don't know. It was good. It was nice. I like that one. And then this one, kind of going with some of that more feminine colors, but with a very, very dark gray. So let's see what happens. Oh, that looks good too. Much more, much darker, much more menacing, I guess. But this is like the Prowler kitty that comes out, out of the shadows. That looks pretty sick, actually. Like, if you could go stealthy Valkyr, like, you know what I mean, with some sort of stealth mechanic in the game or stealth ability, I feel like this would be the stealthy cat. You know what I mean? The metallic though does stand out, and it's I don't know. It sets a really good vibe for the rest of the frame, but I like it. Awesome. I'm pleasantly surprised with this one. And let's jump into my final one, going with this crazy emerald kind of color scheme. See what happens when we transfer this one over Leonessa, or Mithra. All right, that's good. The emerald kind of color scheme is kind of like growing on me. The emerald teal kind of colors. Maybe this is too much teal. I don't know. I do like it, but I feel like maybe there's just a lot of like teal, emerald kind of color going on here, that maybe I'd swap a color or maybe darken a color up. Maybe just turning the bust area into a dark gray or even close to the black like the other one was, might be able to just mix it up enough that it doesn't have so much teal going on. But I don't know. Maybe it completely set you guys off and you guys are ready to fashion frame that design out. But I don't know. All right, a little edgy here. Let's see what happens. Go Mithra. All right. The red's a bit bright, and it is kind of doubling up on the two different reds. So probably would change one out. Probably the brighter one I'd fool around with and maybe change. Maybe even make this red this color and then make this color a different color, like a darker gray or something. I don't know. Something to kind of mix it up, not make it so red. Not make too much red in there. But that one's good. All right, jumping over to the C slot. Something fairly plain, but sometimes that's good. And it kind of pays off here. There's the gray. You got like this bluish gray going on back here. The more like silvery kind of color on the bust. That's really nice. That's really nice for a scheme that's not so vibrant and crazy. This one is pretty interesting and intricate. Intricate. Of course, Luke and you adding a lot of these little like swirly bits. There's I don't know, these little interesting whatever paint job, paint scheme going on up there. Is really interesting, and it adds a little bit to the frame, but just adding that little touch, it kind of adds a lot actually. So I don't know, I like it. It's pretty nice. Over to the D slot, see what happens when we change something like this up. See what happens. Mithra, okay, I see some potential there. I could appreciate it as well. The blue metallics, not quite going for that level of sheen and vibrancy, but maybe there's some potential there if you were to, try and play around with some blue metallics. I'm sure it's possible to kind of make that blue work, but I could probably change it to a number of different other metallic colors and really set this color scheme into tipping into like that, like love it kind of area. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's not bad. There's potential there for sure. Jumping in E slot. Okay, we're going with this kind of pinkish, color, pinkish, I mean purple. Man, I'm stumbling today. It transfers over really well. I like this. I like this quite a bit. I like the metallic. Not to mention with the brown, kind of accents the metallic a little bit. Like they're it's kind of matchy. You know what I mean? But then the purple, the really dark purple. It's kind of interesting. I don't know, it fits really well. Fits really, really well. It gives me like that Korra kind of feels a little bit, because she does have a lot of the jagged kind of edges going on with these points and her helmet and all that stuff. I like it. I like it. I don't know. Maybe it would make my final fashion frame, but I don't know. And lastly, let's see what happens here. Okay. Not too crazy. The metallics, that kind of color scheme on the metallics is kind of growing on me, but I feel like it doesn't quite fit the rest of the design, the rest of the colors. So this one's pretty much a miss for me, but there's probably some potential here if you wanted to change a color here or there. Maybe change the blue out, or maybe just change out this color for just white, and then actually use the blue as kind of your vibrant color. I feel like there's some potential. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna jump over, try and do some of the. Where is it? Is it this one or was it this one? One of these had an empty slot at the end, so we could do some randomizations. Yeah, so let's jump in. We'll go random, and we'll see what happens when we transfer colors over and go Mithra. Okay, not quite doing it for me. Actually, speaking of, we needed to default and go Mithra. There you go. So here's the default color scheme for the Mithra skin. I won't lie, I love the default color scheme and probably would end up keeping these colors as one of my fashion frames just because it fits my aesthetic fairly well. I really enjoy kind of that, I don't know, like I don't want to say basic, but very, I don't want to say plain either, but I don't know, it fits that original Warframe aesthetic, and I like it, but there's enough craziness, enough going on to really set it above and beyond just, a typical Warframe color scheme, you know what I mean? So, I love it. It's probably because of all that little red and all these really awesome sculpting with the metallics and stuff across the body, so, I don't know. It does it for me. But anyways, let's go once again randomize. Whoa, what the heck? Let's see what happens there. Okay. Now, I would almost like to see if you were to try to turn this into like a suit of armor, like medieval knight silvery kind of looks, what would happen to this skin. But I don't feel like it would come out all that well, but just seeing this silver kind of inspires me to maybe seek that out. But kind of a jungle cat. That's kind of cool. That's pretty cool, actually. I thought this would not transfer over well, but I was like, it is a different color than we've been playing around with so far. So, I, yeah, maybe there's potential there. There goes another 10 platinum down the drain. It was worth it. It was worth it. So yeah, let's randomize again. Let's see if we can come up with something else a little bit more. So this is different, so I figured I would try it out. Okay, it had some orange in it, and I was like, yeah, let's see what happens, but this blue kind of kills it, so let's see if I could just swap this real quick, go like that, and then bam. Okay, it's not amazing, but that definitely changed the entire feel of the frame, and maybe that was enough to inspire some of you guys to seek out maybe this kind of color scheme. I don't know, but looking pretty good. Maybe you fell in love with it. Maybe you said, you know what? I love it. I'm going to go get the skin. I'm going to go play around. That's great. That's great. Let's go randoms again. What happens over here? Now the teals went where I didn't think the teals were going to go. Yeah, it did. All in all, kind of fell apart. This one's probably no better, but let's see what happens. No, not for me. All right. Let's try that one out. This one was kind of edgier, so I figured we would give it a shot. Actually, that teal kind of metallic is interesting, but I feel like it's too far from the color scheme of the rest of the skin, so that kind of kills it for me. But yeah, actually, let's take the metallic. And let's just go, let's put it in some silverish kind of look. And then let's try that again. Over here. Yeah, see? There you go. That's edgy. That's edgy. Not too edgy, in my opinion. Not too edgy to the point where you're just like, oh, okay, edgelord. I dig that. I dig that. I dig it enough to maybe keep it. To potentially work on it maybe and see what happens. Let's see if I can come up with, yeah. There's another 10 plant down the drain. Okay. Let's go. We gotta do some randoms again. See what we come across. I don't want the video to go too long, so let's see if we can find another color scheme that works. That doesn't look too bad. Similar to something we previously just looked at. There was some potential there. This one, oh, wow. Wow. Like that. Okay. It is a little similar to what we saw before, but I feel like all the colors were placed in good spots, and I probably wouldn't change anything about this one. I might go in and just look at like, let me see if I take this gray and go just a shade or two lighter, or if I were to take this kind of like brownish kind of sandy look and just go a little bit lighter or a little bit darker. I'll see what it looks like, but all in all, I feel like the colors and everything just dropped here right where they needed to be. So yeah, I think I'm going to end on this note. The video is going a little bit long, so anyways, I'll stop it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope it inspired you a little bit. And yeah, let me know what you think. I'm curious. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you guys again in the next episode. Blow.